Okay, in the last video, I asked, are you sure? So if you're watching this one, I'm guessing you are. So this time we'll talk about money. When you look to buy a campground, you are going to need to come up with a substantial amount of money. If you go through a bank, they're going to require somewhere between 20 and 30% down. So if you're looking at $1 million campground, for those aren't math wizards, that's $200,000 to $300,000, which is a pretty substantial sum. If you're doing a owner financing, that depends upon the owner. You know, he may be 20 to 30%. He may want 50% down. So it depends. You need to know how much you can come up with to know where you are. What you're looking. If you're looking at websites at campgrounds, you can say, "Oh, this would be nice," but it's out of your range. You might as well skip that one. Don't even get your hopes up. You know, so you have to come up with what you can afford and what's your comfort level. So maybe you can come up with 300,000, but are you comfortable putting every penny of that down on a campground? You may say, okay, I need to come up with this amount of money, but I'm going to stick to 200,000, whatever the number is, just so you can have some mad money, emergency money, you know, what if money. So how do you do that? You sell your house, sell your business, borrow from your family. There's a lot of different ways. What we did, we sold our house and made some money on that, and then we also, you can take your 401k. I think it's called a Rob's plan. Is the latest acronym I've heard. But what you do is you take your 401k, and through an entity, we used Guynet Financial was the company that we worked with. There may be others. You take your 401k and move it into a corporation that they set up for you. So you pay them some money. They form a C Corp. Name it whatever you want. And after that's done, you take your 401k that's in mutual funds and stocks and whatever you have it in, sell all that, and buy John Smith Inc., whatever you call it. And so therefore all your money moves from one place to another. With that money, John Smith Inc. buys a campground. That's how we did it. Now, you have to pay, like I said, a fee up front, and then there's a monthly maintenance fee that you have to pay every month to keep that entity current, to make it obey the laws, you know, to make sure that everything is covered. It's not extremely cheap, but you can do that without all the taxes and things that affect you if you try to just take your money out of your 401k. So that's how we did it. More information about Rob's and other financial things can be found through our accountant, the Bordeaux's. Chad and Donna Bordeaux run Campground Accounting. So they specialize in campgrounds, which is nice. It's nice having somebody that knows the industry and deals with it a lot instead of, you know, they have one customer that's a campground owner. Not saying you can't do that. You may love your accountant, and that's great. I'm not saying that won't work. We didn't have one per se. We had somebody that did our taxes. We really haven't accounted for a while, and it's really made a big difference for us having somebody. Like I said, an accountant in general may have been enough, but we really like the Bordeaux's and how they help us out with a lot of things. They have YouTube videos that deal with buying a campground, Rob's plans, software for reservations. They have a lot of different videos. I suggest go to their website, campgroundaccounting.com, and there you can find links to their videos. And if you they help you buy one. So if you're interested in talking to an accountant beforehand, they could help you. You know, it's always good to talk to somebody that knows more what they're talking about than me. do you need to have your money ready before you start looking at campgrounds? My suggestion is yes. Did we? My answer is no. Uh, we started looking. We'd already sold our house. We moved into our camper, and we started looking. And in the meantime, we were working on the 401k moving over to our own corporation, but we didn't finish before we found this campground. We did owner financing, and the guy that owned the campground for us, he was willing to wait for us to get it finished. Not everybody would be that way, so I'd say you're better off if you're already in that position. I've got my money sitting there; it's ready to roll. As soon as I find something, I can make a move. Also, the last thing I'd like to say is when you're doing this, when you're going through these processes and you're looking for a campground, make sure you're not just using your heart, use your head. When I was looking for a campground, every one of them was the one. I was so ready to change. That may not be you, but I was so ready to get out of what I was doing that every one of them was the one. And my wife was the voice of reason and said, nope, not this one. Nope, 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 nope. 12 no's. No, it was actually, well, we made offer on one in Boone. So was that 11 no's and 2 yeses? So the 13th was the charm, but she was right. We may have made them work, but I think this was the right one for us. So think hard and heavy, and be prepared to take a little search. It's not going to be the first place you go look at, probably. It's possible, but probably not. But good luck with it, and hopefully we'll have a new one next week. That's the plan, at least. We'll see how it goes. And thanks again.